Recently, I did a team of no players rebuild where I can only spend first round picks, and I had every first round pick, and it seemed like y'all really enjoyed that. So today, I'm gonna be basically doing the evil version of that, where I am gonna have to rebuild this 0 overall team with no first round picks. And I don't even get to trade them down. Our first round picks basically just get deleted. So we are gonna try to save this team with only free agency and day 2 and 3 picks. But super quick, be sure to leave a like on the video before we get into this. Sounds stupid, but it really does help out the channel. And we're already almost at 2,000 likes on that video, even though it's only been out for like 2 days. So I mean, if we can get to 2,500 likes on this video, I'll do another very hard 0 overall rebuild, even harder than this. Because honestly, I haven't been doing enough of these. These are one of my favorite things to do. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because if you like Madden rebuilds, that's literally all I do. Again, thanks for 70K, trying to hit 80K soon. And then very last thing, let me know down in the comments any goofy themes I could do with a 0 overall rebuild. Any overly hard challenges, let me know that down in the comments. I'll give you a shout out if I use your suggestion, if you care about that. But all right, let's get straight to the end of this first year. And it's tradition on the channel to predict our points per game allowed. Keep in mind, this is a 0 overall team. Realistically, this team, the opposing team should be scoring the first play they get the ball every time. So you would think it would be like 200 points per game allowed or something. But I'm gonna predict 65 points per game. You can leave your prediction in the comments if you want. You can get bragging rights if you get it right. I don't know. But let's get to the end of the year and we will see what happens. All right, well, maybe I oversold how good we would be. We allowed 75 points per game. My fault, I guess. And y'all know I gotta check out the stats. Cam Robinson was our starting QB. 750 yards somehow, 0 touchdowns, 44 interceptions. Sacked 79 times. He was also our leading rusher. Pretty solid amount of sacks allowed. We can somehow make tackles, lots of them. JJ McCarthy was our leading tackler, but no TFLs, no sacks, and no picks, as always. Feels good to be able to say that again. Also, Brock Purdy MVP in 2024. That's crazy. Why am I even checking this? We're not... Shaq Thompson, Defensive Player of the Year? Okay. 6 picks, 9 TFLs. Also, these are some insane stat lines. We had the 2 leaders for tackles, but nothing else. But all right, about what you would expect for a 0 overall team. So let's get into this first offseason. I wonder if we should sign anyone. We probably should. Just, I don't know if there are gonna be any good players. That's the problem. I guess anything is an upgrade though. But all right, we'll let all these guys go, and please let this be a good class. Usually in year 1, it isn't, and it really isn't. Okay, cool. Charvarius Ward got X Factor though, and he's interested. You know? I mean, he would be immediately our best player by a mile. I don't know why he's interested, but like, I know he's just interested for some reason, like, oh, it's close to his home, maybe, I don't know. But like, if you have a 0 overall team, let's be real. And you know, we're probably gonna have to draft a running back, or sign a running back, because drafted running backs don't do well. Ooh, why was Jalen Warren on the Bears? The Steelers traded him? Also, this is like the first time I've seen him do well in simulation. What happened? Dan Moore was on the Patriots? Did everyone get shifted around or something? But all right, we're gonna go for Charvarius Ward, Jalen Warren, and Tutu Atwell. These guys are always free agents year 1. But it looks like we do get Ward and Atwell, 2 huge additions. And then Warren's honestly debatably the one I want most here. I've said it a million times, but running back is like the most important position in Madden, in simulation for some reason. I don't know if we're gonna get him though. Okay, we do. Good. So hey, very good class. Honestly, maybe one of the best year 1 free agent classes I've ever had, at least in Madden 25, which is kind of sad, but whatever. But let's get into the draft. The focal point of this challenge, and let's see what we can do. But of course, in the draft, it actually kind of works out decently well for us, for the most part. But of course, every quarterback past the first round is not good. There is a draftable one though. Honestly, it would be a reach, but we might have to take Anthony Freeman. He's like the only draftable guy who's gonna be available, and I don't want to have a 12 overall QB. Maybe we'll just take a projected UDFA or something in the 7th round, like, or I can just sign an undrafted QB. That's probably the better option, but it's going to be hard to find a QB unless we sign one in free agency. But all right, let's get to our first pick of the second round, because we were horrible. There's some good safeties, not that safety should be our first priority with this kind of roster, but I mean, they look pretty good. What should be our first priority though, if not QB? I mean, maybe a pass rusher, but that's going to be another problem position. This is going to be a hard one. Like, you can get steals obviously in real life, but in Madden, but there are just some positions in Madden you kind of have to get in the first round. So I'm interested to see how good this team is going to be by the end of this. These two receivers look pretty good, but I think I'll just go with the guaranteed good player. Should we go Parsons or Young? Honestly, Young has some better ratings, it looks like. He only has decent Excel, but great speed. He does look pretty good. Let's take him. We maybe could have traded down too, because he was projected to go like 52 or something, it said, but whatever. I probably should have though. I mean, the more picks, the better here. I definitely should have, but oh well, he's a good pick, so we'll take it. But all right, round 2. I picked a bad team for this because the Vikings don't have like mid-round picks, so I had to get some. Oh, I said round 2. This is round 3. Ooh, that other free. Okay, I definitely could have done this better. That other free safety is still available. Oh, hold on. Steve Carman looks kinda insane at center. Almost an A for every rating, at least, you know, for what we have scouted. His run block finesse isn't the best, but I mean, everything else is pretty good. Do we need to take him here? Where's he supposed to go? 90? Okay, I'm gonna trade this down a little bit. I don't know how much we could get for trading down a third round pick or an early third to like the mid third, but it's better than nothing. I also shouldn't really have this pick. I'll trade that away for nothing. All right, we're gonna be trading our third round pick to the Panthers for their third, which is 78 and a fourth. Just ignore our second third round pick. Again, I'm just doing that because we shouldn't have it. So we get a fourth to trade down to 78 from 66. And you gotta be kidding me. Steve Carman went 2 picks before us. Great. Awesome. Cool. Max Parsons also went to the Eagles. This isn't the best first draft ever. Maybe this is going to be tougher than I even expected. There's some decent looking tight ends though. Ooh, and Joe Moran looks decent at receiver. Picked to go 168 or projected to go. I don't know. I would take best player available here, but I don't really know who that is. So it's kind of a problem. Deontay Bonds looks solid at corner. Just he only has solid speed and solid change of direction. He's probably decent. Peter Gore looks pretty good. It probably would be good to get a linebacker this year. He looks decent. He doesn't have the best coverage though. This is tough. I don't know if this guy's great, but we need a pass rusher. That's a very important position to not have. And he at least has A power moves. He's probably not great and probably has normal dev, but that's better than nothing. Ranked 46, he's decent and hidden, never mind. Pretty good pick. But all right, round 4, this will be the last pick I show. We still have a ton of needs, but that's to be expected. Let's go with the tight end. Again, this looks like a good tight end class. I kind of like Pearman, but does have some only solid ratings. Does have a spec catch though, or a short route. I don't know. I have a hard time with possession tight ends, knowing which one's good. I do know a short route is good though, so we'll take him. He's only 21, ranked 31, picked him at 97. We'll take it. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. It was honestly pretty good. For not having a first round pick, we got what, 2 first round talents, I think? Yeah, 19 and 29 or something, or 31, I don't know. But yeah, Jeremiah Young's a 77. We did pretty well with hidden devs too. I think we were 3 for 3 on our first picks, but Moran, he was good, but I hate that. Why is that a receiver face, not a lineman face? I don't understand, but no dev trait, but he is good. He has 59 deep route. Okay, he's a pure slot receiver, I guess, but he's good, 74. I actually made every pick here. I did end up taking Deontay Bonds too. I said I was going to take them. I can't remember. Did he have hidden? He did. Okay, so he'll be our number 1 corner for this year. Or no, he signed Charvarius Ward, but he'll be a good number 2. Our secondary could be decent. I mean, we'll have no pass rush, but good secondary, I guess. And then Brent McCoy, he's a decent lineman. He did have hidden. I could play him at left tackle, but he's 6'1". I mean, I probably should either way, just so we don't have a random UDFA there. And then Taj Griffin isn't great, but he has hidden dev. He's one of the classic, like, undersized power rushers with no block shedding. And then Hayden Hutchins is kind of ass, but whatever. Very good draft class. So let's get into year number 2. We're gonna be horrible, but we could sneak a few games already. But all right, here's a look at the team heading into year 2. Only a 71 overall, but I mean, that's much better than we were last year, so we'll take it. We're pretty much entirely entirely a team of rookies, I didn't want to sign like good players out of free agency or like unsigned free agency because I feel like that would be a little bit unfair, but I mean, it's not like we would have been good either way. I just thought it would be good to just be able to sign undrafted free agents for this first year. But yeah, we at least have a few hidden devs. We'll see if they're actually good. I kind of feel like they're mostly going to be star, but maybe Young or something can have superstar. It's hard to say. But all right, let's get to the midseason point. Actually, let's just get to the end of the year. We won't have much to do at the midseason, so let's just get to the end of this first year and we'll see how we do. But okay, unsurprisingly, we finish with 2 wins. I was going to predict that. I was going to say I need to predict more, but I tried to predict our points per game allowed last year and that didn't go well. But oh yeah, I didn't even mention who our starting quarterback was going to be. We signed DeMarcus Benjamin out of free agency and he played, honestly, not that bad for being a 64 overall to start out the year and being on a 71 overall team. Pretty decent. But Jalen Warren was good. Moran is a rookie, 800 yards, 10 touchdowns. We'll take it. Oh, let's put him back at center. How about that? No, let's put him at right guard. I don't even trust him at center. You get the right guard treatment for being horrible. That might be the most sacks I've ever seen for a decent player. I mean, that's up there. For a non-zero overall, that's insane. I mean, he only allowed 4 less sacks than an actual 0 overall. That's crazy. But Ronnie Allen, 123 tackles of the team, 13 TFLs for Halen. He was okay. 10 for Griffin and sacks, 4.5 for Griffin led the team, 3 for Halen and Richardson. Interesting. But 3 picks for Jeremiah Young, 2 for Ward, and 1 for Allen. Sure. But all right, I don't think we're going to have anyone for any of these awards. What team are we? We're the Vikings. So yeah, nobody for Offensive Player of the Year, nobody for Defensive Player of the Year, but Offensive Rookie? I also don't think we would have anyone that high. Moran at number 3, I guess, but not really anybody else. But Defensive Rookie of the Year, I mean, we had guys with a decent amount of tackles. We're probably going to get number 2. That's my guess. Nope, number 3. Young gets number 3, Allen 4. Disappointing. But all right, let's get into the second off season. And this is where we could start to make this team pretty decent. If we have a good enough free agent class and a good enough draft, I mean, we could already get close to the playoffs. I don't want to promise playoffs yet, but depends on our off season. We'll see. But okay, in free agency, I mean, there's some linemen. I would say we don't need linemen, but we need, most of our line was good, except one guy in particular. So, I mean, Joe Tooney could be fun at left tackle, I guess. I say fun, it's a lineman, but like, this is necessary, even though it's boring. Never mind, the Giants want him. All right. This year, nobody's interested in us, which I guess is fair. Khalil Mack, I mean, if we were like close to being good and we needed a pass rusher, maybe, but I don't really know what the point of signing him would be. I guess Reed Blankenship, I guess. But all right, I guess here's what we're going to try to do. Oh, we can't go for Blankenship. Never mind. The Commanders want him. Ronnie Hickman, I guess, if he's even interested. Well, he isn't, but we did get a good offer. But we'll go for Linderbaum, Owe, Luke Gadecki, and then Ronnie Hickman. I mean, I don't know how bad we even need Tyler Linderbaum. Because again, the rest of our line was fine other than left tackle. I just don't know if that would happen again. We'll see. Or I guess we won't see because we're going to be adding some linemen. But all right, let's see. I should also look for any like UDFAs that had really good dev traits. Maybe there's some of those. Ooh, Nate Pettis, superstar dev guard or tackle, but I'm probably going to play him at guard. Oh yeah, also wait, I should sign a defensive tackle. Travis Jones doesn't have any offers. I'll go player friendly, I guess. But all right, we added, I guess, quite a few players to the list. We're now going for Tyler Linderbaum, Cameron Dicker, Odafe Owe, Travis Jones, Luke Gadecki, Ronnie Hickman, Jake Camarda, Nate Pettis, and then an invisible player apparently. Or is that it? Oh yeah, I guess that's it. Why is that little gap there? I don't know. But there's no way we get all these guys, especially, I don't think we're going to get Linderbaum or Owe, which are our 2 biggest players, so that's unfortunate, but we'll at least add a couple players here. We get Gadecki and Hickman. We don't get the 2 I said we wouldn't get. Oh, we're not going to get Nate Pettis. That's tough. He actually could have become good. He took a job to be a backup instead of a job to be a starter here. All right, sure. Well, I guess he didn't take it yet. We'll see. I guess we might as well try. But all right, these 4. Wow, we only get 2. We only get Gadecki and Hickman. And I guess Dicker and Camarda, but whatever. That's kind of rough. I feel like we should do something else. Walker Little? I don't know. You know what? Should we go with Ol Reliable? Taylor Moton? Oh, the Commanders are going to get him. Man, this is tough. Okay, well, we'll at least see if we can get Taylor Moton. We don't. All right, let's get to the draft. Let's forget that ever happened, I guess. But okay, in the draft, we, of course, pick in the second round again. I think we should have the #1 overall pick. Or, well, you know what I mean. And there are actually quarterbacks available. Bless up. I mean, there is one draftable one for this range, but hey, we'll absolutely take that. Luke Perkins, not even going to think twice about it. Oh, he ran a 4.34. I wish he had great throw. I guess if he had great throw power, he would probably be gone by now, but only good isn't great, obviously. Also, he doesn't have the best accuracy ever. I mean, it's all B's, but hey, first to second round talent sounds good. Hey, ranked 29. Before I saw the 4.32 40, I was thinking he would be like a, you know, a good pick, but kind of like ranked 48 or something like that, but no, he's good. 95 speed, 90 throw power, 90 excel, we'll take it. Honestly, with a 4.32 or whatever it was, 95 speed, 90 excel isn't crazy, but sure. I mean, it's crazy, but with those 40 times, I'm surprised it's not higher, is what I mean. But all right, I don't really know what else to do. We could take like a pass rusher if there is one, but I mean, we're kind of past that point. Let me see. There's Jermaine Craver at receiver, first to second round talent. There's Connor Meeks at center, first to second round talent. What do we need more? Which do we need more? Maybe receiver, just so he can get someone with better than normal dev. I don't know. We need both. I think I'll go with the receiver. I wish I focus scouted these guys though, because there's probably someone better in here. We'll just go with Craver. Probably normal dev, but we got to take the risk. Damn it, man. He's decent. But all right, I don't really see anyone else too great left, so I'll make the rest of these picks and we'll see how we do. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. Luke Perkins is a 76 overall. We'll take it. Of course, 95 speed, which is crazy, but I mean, we'll have to see how he does. Again, he's not in the best situation here, so I don't know if he's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year or anything, but I guess there's always a chance. And then unfortunately, through the rest of the draft, we really didn't get that many other great players. I mean, pretty much everyone we picked here is going to start, but Craver, I wish he had hidden dev, only normal. Hudson, only normal. Hamilton at least had star, but he isn't great. I mean, that could be a good dev trait though. We'll see. I mean, he has 81 speed, 89 strength. That's insane. I think he ran a 4.67 or something stupid, because that makes sense for a defensive tackle. But yeah, we got some decent players, but nobody too crazy. There were some good ones early on though. All the 80 overalls, of course, went in the first round. But all right, let's get into year 3. Yeah, year 3, and we will see how we're looking. But okay, here we are heading into year 3. We're looking good for the most part. It always kind of freaks me out when we have the same face on the team twice, especially right next to each other. But we were just a 79 overall a second ago. I don't know what happened, but we're only a 76 now. We have some issues on this team though, still, but overall, at least we're improving. I have no idea how we're gonna do this year. I mean, sometimes you just randomly overperform in franchise if you have a bad team, so we'll see if that happens. Either way, we should develop a lot this year, I'm hoping. I mean, it's tough to say because we don't have any dev traits, or we don't have many. The best we really have for our young players is star. I mean, we have some, well, we have one X factor, but you know, Charvarius Ward's 30, so that doesn't really matter. We just really need to get lucky with some superstar devs in the draft, so we'll see if that happens at some point, but for now, we'll just see how we do. Let's get to the mid-season this year just to see what's happening. And honestly, I don't really care if we're bad or good. You know, if we're bad, we'll have a good draft pick. If we're good, then we're good. So we'll see what happens. This game is so stupid, man. We are 5-2 with a 78 overall team. I mean, that's cool. I know I said I was fine with it if we were good. I was thinking like, you know, 3-4. Maybe we got lucky in some games. We're the worst overall team in the league by 4 overall, or I guess 3. I have like 94 overall, like teams that are 6 overall better than anyone else, and they go like 2-5 at the midseason. What's crazy is I saw people defending this game on, I think it was an Instagram comment section, which figures. Instagram commenters, notoriously smart, definitely. It feels weird to be annoyed with being good. I'm just annoyed. I don't know. We have a linebacker breakout. Who's this? How hard are you pushing Ronnie Allen? I'm going taking it easy. 2+ TFLs? Why TFLs? Why not, like, I don't know. That's just oddly specific, but sure. But all right, we do have some re-signings, Ronnie Allen being one of them, so we'll re-sign him before he maybe gets a dev trait. He does re-sign. But other than that, I mean, I think we're good on everyone else so far. So let's just get to the end of the year and we'll see how we finish. All right, we make the playoffs. We go 10-7. At least we're coming off 2 losses, but how? How did we make the playoffs? Also, weren't we taking on the Falcons at the midseason too? I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot to check if we hit that breakout. Oh well. But Luke Perkins, 3,400 yards, 34 touchdowns, 16 picks. He did well. Only got sacked 21 times. We'll see what his dev trade is. Probably just star, but I guess it could be good. 1,100 yards for Warren. Moran, almost 1,000 yards. 950 and 11 touchdowns for Atwell. The blocking, I am shocked our line was good. This is, again, not to complain about everything, but should this offensive line really be good when we have like 90 overall offensive lines that allow 40 sacks? I don't know. But Ronnie Allen, 99 tackles, TFLs 13 for Griffin, 10 for Richardson. Sacks, 8.5 for Richardson, 7 for Griffin. That was better than I expected. 4 for Hamilton and Westbrook, and picks. 4 for Allen, 3 for Ward, 2 for Bonds and Young, and then 1 for Callahan. I definitely remembered who this is. Oh yes, star dev. I guess that's cool. But yeah, I don't know how we were good. Mahomes wins MVP. Big shocker. Amon-Ra St. Brown takes Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aiden Hutchinson. We're going to get like number 2 for Offensive Rookie of the Year, aren't we? No, okay, we thankfully take it. Luke Perkins. Craver at 5. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, John Bailey takes it for the Cowboys. Kier Hamilton at 5. Deshaun Keenan at 7. So how are we in the play? Our offense wasn't even all that good, to be fair. We were 30th for passing yards. Even statistically, like, we weren't that good. I don't know what happened, but sure. But I want to check out the dev traits. Did we get any good ones? My guess is no. Never mind. Luke Perkins has X Factor. Okay. I feel like the type of QBs, like super high speed and everything, do kind of have X Factor decent bit. At least the good ones. I don't know. Do X Factor abilities do anything in simulation? I don't know. We'll give him Bazooka. I don't know. But on defense, only stars. Okay. If anyone, I thought Hamilton could have had X Factor. Sometimes the random, like, later round defensive tackles have X Factor, but whatever. But all right, let's get into the playoffs here. Our first playoff game of the rebuild. Can we beat the Atlanta Falcons? I mean, we don't necessarily deserve to, but we'll see what happens. We beat them. What is simulation in this game, man? What are we doing? I doubt we're going to get to the Super Bowl because there's a 9-8 team in the playoffs. They're probably going to make it, but I guess we're 10-7. So can we beat our division rival, the Detroit Lions, and move on to the conference championship? This is so stupid, man. What is happening? We're an 81 overall. This is not a good team at all. Maybe Mikey McDingle's just the GOAT. I don't know. But all right, can we beat the Cowboys, one of Madden's favorite teams in the conference championship? We are going to be moving on to the Super Bowl in year 3. Oh my God, dude. We're going to be facing the also 10-7 Baltimore Ravens. It kind of seems like 10-7 might be the new 9-8. Do y'all see what I see? Hold on. Look at the top right of the top performers, the very top one. Y'all see a number, actually 2 numbers that stick out. Patrick Mahomes had 5,200 yards, 60 passing touchdowns, and a 78 completion percentage. The voices are getting louder, man. And instead of the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, it's 2 10-7 teams. That's awesome. All right, let's watch this game simulate. What if I don't... I can't say I don't care about the game, because, like, it would be fun to win a Super Bowl. We don't deserve this, though. Not yet. But, like, maybe we should take advantage of it, because when we have a Super Bowl caliber team, we won't be making it here. Let's simulate this out. I didn't mean to jump to next play, but sure. No, stop. End of game. Let's see what happens. No scores through the first quarter. Still no scores before half? The Ravens finally score. They're up 14-0 now. 2K, please save us. What did I just watch? We just lost the Super Bowl 14-0. Nobody scored until I think the 4th quarter. I like kind of blacked out once I saw it was 0-0 at a certain point. Whatever Madden simulation, whatever, like, did they base that off of, like... My brain's shutting off. What is happening? This game is a fever dream. Let's just forget this year ever happened. Let's pretend we haven't made a Super Bowl yet. I think that would be better. Maybe we should should we think about a new offensive playbook? I mean, I know we just made the Super Bowl when we shouldn't have been remotely close, but I mean, we were in the Super Bowl with this horrible team. We'll leave it, but I'm speechless, man. I don't even know what's happening. This is weird. Anyways, anyways, in free agency, there are some pretty good players, especially defensive players, but not really anyone great on offense. But I mean, Aiden Hutchinson, how we feeling? He has other big offers already. That might be tough. Kyle Hamilton? I mean, we do get the lead for him. I don't know if he's gonna take that, but that's interesting. DeForest Buckner, I never really get him. How does he do? Ooh, averaging like 12 sacks a year when he's only hit that once in his career. That's really cool. And Jaden Reed's available. That's not bad. That's like one of the best receivers I've ever seen available in free agency in Madden 25. But all right, do I trust our offensive line, or is it just gonna be horrible this year for no reason? I don't know. I mean, I guess I have to trust it. So these are the 4 players we're gonna go for. Let's see if we can get them, or at least a couple of them. Oh, I did not think we were gonna get Aiden Hutchinson, but we get all 3 of the players that have signed. Aiden Hutchinson, DeForest Buckner, and Jaden Reed. I'm surprised more players aren't interested after we were just in the Super Bowl, but sure, whatever. But we still have the lead for Kyle Hamilton too. He hasn't signed yet. There isn't a better offer than ours, so does he want to sign now? And he does. Okay, what an offseason. I mean, this will somehow make us a worse team next year, but hey, really all I can do is build this team up on paper, so I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. But let's get into the draft once again, and now we're finally making this a pretty decent team on paper. Okay, well, in the draft, of course we don't pick until the very end of the second round, but I would trade up, but there really isn't anyone worth trading up for. I mean, maybe Dwayne Sampson, but we don't really need a pass rusher anymore. This just doesn't look like a great draft class for us. I mean, we'll see. We'll see who's still available, but I'm not trading up. We need as many picks as we can get still. If there's nobody here, I could even trade down, but we'll see. There is a decent guard, but again, our line was like our strongest position group, despite being like the lowest overall, of course. Luke Wall kind of looks good at defensive tackle, but we don't really need a defensive tackle. What we need is maybe like a third corner, probably a linebacker, and maybe like a good 6th and 7th lineman just for when one of these guys inevitably underperform. Well, not necessarily even underperform, just perform how they should. Like Cal O'Neal, he's the 43rd ranked right tackle in the league. He is not starting caliber. Hayden Hutchins at center. He's the 41st ranked center. Yeah, somehow this was a good line. I don't get it. Ooh, this running back looks, well, he has good awareness. I guess that's about it. Ooh, this guy's probably really good, but we just don't need a running back. But I bet this dude is really good. But all right, should we just take the lineman here? Are there any good corners? I mean, there are decent ones. I'll just take the guard. He's fine. Ranked 54, sure. Now let's go with, should I take the linebacker or should I take like Jonathan Henderson? What does he look like? Ooh, wait a minute. B-man, B-press, B-zone, 4.38 speed. I mean, that's only going to be like a 91 or something, but that's still good-ish. Elite change direction though. Sure. Oh, ranked 46. Okay. Normal dev, of course. That's disappointing. All right, and then round 3 is the linebacker. Okay, he's gone. Cool. William Prince looked solid, I guess. Ooh, maybe not. All right, I think all the good players might be gone. Joe Kruger looks solid, and I'm sure there are good blocking tight ends. I'll take one of them, but I guess I'll go Kruger. Ooh, he's decent, ranked 35, we'll take it. And then Juan Ruiz, I guess. He looks definitely like a blocking tight end, that's for sure. Ranked 143, but of course hidden dev. We'll find out what that dev trade is eventually. But all right, that was an interesting draft. I don't know how much we added, but I did what I could. But okay, here's how we did. It was what I expected, an okay draft. It's just tough if you have a good season here. Your first pick is almost in the 3rd round. But I mean, we got at least a couple starters. Henderson and Kruger, I think, are going to start this year. I mean, that's about the end of that, but at least that's better than nothing. And the CPU actually drafted an okay receiver. Whoa. 98 speed, 99 excel, 99 agility, 95 jumping, 86 spec catch. Unfortunately, he's horrible other than that, but I mean, that's interesting, I guess. Now, would he be a good running back? 73. I mean, we'll just keep him at receiver. But all right, let's get into year 4. And I legitimately have no idea how we're gonna do this year. We could be horrible, we could be good again. I just don't know, so we'll see what happens. But okay, here we are heading into year 4. We're looking good, better than we ever have been by a lot. I mean, we're 7 overall better than we were heading into last year, and we made the Super Bowl last year, so doesn't that mean we should win the Super Bowl this year by that logic? I mean, I guess it isn't perfect logic for real life even, but I don't know, we should be better than we were last year. And I mean, really, there aren't many issues left with this team. I mean, our linebackers aren't great, but other than that, we're looking pretty solid. Also, our O-line isn't great, but it played well last year for some reason, so we'll leave it. And we'll have to see how Perkins can do in year 2. I mean, he's already up to an 87 overall. Only the 20th ranked QB, but I mean, he probably outperformed that last year. But all right, let's get once again to the midseason point, and we'll probably be 2-5 or something. We'll see. Okay, at the midseason, we're 4-3. We'll take it. Of course, not as good as last year, but I guess that's maybe a good thing. I mean, debatably, again, you want to be good, but that was stupid. But let's see, the blocking is still insanely good. Jalen Warren isn't as good this year, though, just kind of randomly. But I mean, honestly, we almost have better stats than last year. I'm surprised we're not doing even better. Our points per game on offense aren't great, though. Even though we have a better pass game, we do have a worse run game, which, again, the run game is like the most important thing in Madden. So maybe we should sign a new running back this offseason. Depends how Jalen Warren does, but let's see if we have any important re-signings. We kind of do. Charvarius Ward, he is already 31, but I mean, he's still good. But other than him, I don't really want anyone else back. I mean, Tutu Atwell's decent, but he isn't interested. He's replaceable. So we'll re-sign Ward, 2 years, 32. That's pretty cheap. And then I think that's all we're gonna do here. So let's just get to the end of year 4, and we'll see if we can make the playoffs with this team again. I mean, now we actually maybe deserve it. We'll see what happens. What is it with us and the Falcons, man? We do thankfully make the playoffs in year 4, though. Now up to an 88 overall. See, now we deserve it. But let's check out our season stats. Luke Perkins, good year, 3,800 yards, 35 touchdowns. Similar year to last year, but I guess debatably worse. I mean, it was about the same. Jalen Warren, 1,000 yards, but only 4 per carry. Honestly, we might let him go and find a new running back. I mean, he was good, but this year he wasn't great. But 1,000 yards for Reed, 15 touchdowns, 900 for Moran. The blocking was way better than it should have been again. Brent McCoy didn't allow any sacks. But Ronnie Allen, 106 tackles of the team. TFLs, whoa. Okay, 16 TFLs for Hamilton, 15 for Richardson, 14 for Hutchinson, 13 for Buckner. But sacks, 15.5 for Hutchinson, 14.5 for Kier Hamilton. He only had like 4 last year. 11.5 for Elijah Richardson, and 11.5 for DeForest Buckner. Damn. But interceptions, 4 for Henderson as a rookie, 3 for Allen and Ward, 2 for Hamilton and Young, and then 1 for Irving. Oh yeah, we have 2 Hamiltons now. That's kind of confusing. Dog, if Patrick Mahomes wins another MVP, I'm going to remove him from this franchise, I swear. I mean, I guess we only have 1 year left anyways, but still. Amon-Ra St. Brown wins another Offensive Player of the Year, because he's a division rival of ours, of course. But Jaden Reed at 10, that's cool, I guess. Aiden Hutchinson at 3 for Defensive Player of the Year, Hamilton at 5. No other Vikings, though, that's kind of crazy. But Offensive Rookie of the Year, no Vikings. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Jonathan Henderson. We'll take it. We have a lot of, like, Hendersons and Hamilton and Hutchinson and another Hamilton and a lot of similar names on defense. But of course, again, we are going to be facing the Atlanta Falcons in the playoffs. They're only an 89, or no, they're only 8-9 is what I meant to say. I was going to say 89 overall. They're only an 87 overall. So, I mean, we're actually pretty good at this point. I was hoping we could build this team more through the draft. I mean, we've definitely made good draft picks, but we've definitely also added some good free agents. But hey, I mean, we kind of had to, or else we would still be horrible. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. Maybe the worse team you have, the better you do. But it looks like we're like one of the better teams. There's some 90s and 89s, but I mean, we're up there. We're an 88, so we're close to having the best roster in the league. But I do want to see, how did the development go, and did we get any good dev traits? Okay, we still have a few hidden, so I don't know. But Perkins up to a 91-93 with morale. Ranked number 14 for QBs now. We'll definitely take that. I wish he did a little better this year. I mean, he was, if he had that season in real life, that would be really good. But in Madden, that's like just fine. But on defense, we're also looking good. Aiden Hutchinson has 4 extra upgrade points. He's a maxed out 99. But all right, let's see if we can take down the Atlanta Falcons. I feel like this is the playoff game we're gonna lose, which if it is, I can't complain too much because they're only 1 overall worse. But it would just be fitting that now that we're good, we're gonna lose this game. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully we win. Okay, we just destroy the Falcons. Are the Vikings playbooks good? Actually, I don't know if I'm using the Vikings playbooks. Oh, I'm not. You know what I'm using? Good old reliable Bills defense. I am using the Vikings offense, but I wanted a 4-3 defense. They're just way better in Madden for some reason than 4-3s, or than 3-4s. What am I saying? I don't know. 4-3s are better than 3-4s in Madden is what I'm trying to say. But we are going to be facing our division rivals, the Detroit Lions. They, of course, have like multi-time Offensive Player of the Year, Amon-Ra St. Brown. How many has he won? Is it just 2 or is it more? It feels like more, but but it might just be 2. Wait, just 1? What? Am I stupid? Oh, I guess he technically didn't win it yet, but it'll be 2 after the year. Okay, whatever. But the Lions had the best offense in the league. You know, if we do get eliminated from the playoffs here, I'm gonna change our offensive playbook. It has not been good. We have been entirely carried by our defense. I know we're doing well, so it's weird to change something, but I mean, imagine how good we could be if we had a good offense too. But all right, can we beat the Lions here? I can't complain if we lose. They are the better team and at home, and we beat them, of course. 28-21. We'll take it. I mean, this is going pretty well for simulation, but we are going to be facing another division rival in the playoffs. The Chicago Bears at 9-8 in the conference championship. They are a 9-8 team in Madden, so that's scary, but nothing else for us to really do, so let's just see if we can beat them. And we are gonna be moving on to another Super Bowl. I mean, hey, if we win this one, this might have to be the last game of the rebuild. We'll see. But who are we gonna be taking on? It's gonna be the Cincinnati Bengals. I guess it's good we don't play the Ravens in the Super Bowl again, because they beat us 14-0 last year. Maybe our offense can score some points this time. That would be nice. But all right, give me my +1 pass blocking or whatever. Super exciting upgrade. Yippee. But let's jump in and watch this game simulate against the Cincinnati Bengals in Super Bowl. What is this one? Super Bowl like 61, 62, something. I don't know. Let's jump in. Let's see what happens. And can we win our first Super Bowl of the rebuild? We need a little more offensive production than last time though. But all right, let's jump straight to the end of the game and we will see what happens. Hopefully not a scoreless first half again, but the Bengals score. I guess you get what you ask for. They score again. They're up now 14-0. We do finally get a touchdown, but they're up 21. Well, now 21-14. We're slowly coming back, but our defense is kind of selling us here. We do have 21 points, but our offense is really keeping us alive. We are tied in the fourth quarter, but unfortunately, the Bengals kick a field goal to end it, and we lose back-to-back Super Bowls in 2 entirely different ways. Last year, we couldn't score. This year, our defense couldn't stop the other team. You hate to see it. But all right, let's get into one final season. Will we lose 3 Super Bowls in a row? Can't wait. But all right, I don't think we're going to re-sign anyone. I don't really care about any of these players. We still have a lot of money to work with, and we can restructure all the players we currently have. So we should have a good amount of money if there are good players here. And again, we might look for a new running back. I don't know. Should we change the offensive playbook? That wasn't our issue in the Super Bowl. I'm still gonna change it. I feel like that might have been a fluke. We'll try the Bengals offense. That's the one I like most of the time. Oh, it looks like McCoy got superstar dev. Must have won best lineman. That's cool. Ooh, Hamilton got superstar. I'm surprised Richardson didn't. Ooh, Henderson went up from normal to superstar for defensive rookie of the year. That's cool. So at least we got some development traits, but this is an interesting free agent class. The best player available is now 94 overall X Factor Ladd McConkey. All right, man, sure. Let me restructure some of our deals. Let's free up a ton of money just for fun, I guess. But all right, here's what we are gonna do in the final free agent class. We are gonna, spend as much money as we can. I guess we could spend a little more if we wanted to, but there isn't really anyone else I want. There isn't a running back that I would want, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I just don't think these guys are gonna play that well. Maybe Christian McCaffrey. Maybe I should, just sign him just to have him. We'll see. Should I trade for a running back? Because that's a very important position, again, in simulation to not have. We'll see, but we'll have to see also how many of these guys do sign with us. We should get most, hopefully. I don't know if we're gonna get Ladd McConkey, though. Let's see. Everybody signs. Okay, I don't know if I've ever had that happen, even with just a few players, but did we get everyone? Ladd McConkey, Xavier McKinney, Renardo Green, Logan Wilson, Junior Colson. I think that was everyone we were going for. That's insane. Okay, pretty solid free agent class, but I do think I am going to try to trade for a running back. Again, it might be hard though, because we don't have any first round picks, and running backs are expensive in this game. You got to give like multiple firsts for a good one, which is absurd, but gotta do what we gotta do. All right, this is an interesting trade, but we're gonna send our second round pick, which is tough. I mean, we're really not gonna have any good draft picks this year, but I mean, we don't really need one, to be fair. There isn't much else we need to do with this team, but we're gonna send Graham, our backup right guard, and then Callahan. He's like our 5th corner now, or he was, so we just don't really need him anymore. We're gonna be sending all those picks for Jonathan Taylor, who didn't have the most yards, but still had a good amount, but had one of the best yards per carry in the league. For starters, it looks like tied for 2nd, so we'll take that. But okay, in the draft, of course, we pick at number 31 in the 3rd round. Not the greatest pick of all time, but ooh, there is actually a decent center that I focus scouted. Greg Hawkins. I mean, well, I was gonna say he isn't projected to go for a while, but I guess 129 is kind of close. We're at what, like 120? What's pick 31 in the 3rd round? I don't know. Or no, we're only at like 95, I think. But we'll take him. 1st to 2nd round talent, sure. Ranked 38. Again, I'm still scared of this offensive line, especially because we're gonna be more pass heavy this year. But now there's like nobody left that I really want. I mean, yeah, I'm good. Ben Gold looks okay, but he's also a horrible run defender. But I mean, is he fast? 489 speed, sure. He's probably terrible though. Ranked 145, yeah. All right, kind of a nothing draft anyways. It would have been hard to get anything that would have helped us, so whatever. Am I coping? Maybe a little bit, but Greg Hawkins, pretty good. We'll take it, and then that's about it. But let's get into the final year, and we'll see how we do. But all right, here's a look at the team heading into the final season. We are up to a 91 overall. I'll check where that ranks in a second, but I mean, what an offseason we had. Hopefully fixing all of our needs on offense. I feel like the O-line is going to be an issue this year, being more pass heavy though. Hopefully it doesn't hurt us too much though. If it does, I'll just bench whoever's horrible probably, like usual. Or I mean, if the offense as a whole is terrible, I might just switch back to the Vikings offense. We'll see. But we're a 91 across the board. It seems like we always end rebuilds that way, which is kind of weird. We always end up so balanced, but yeah, this should be a very good defense now. It was the best in the league last year, and it only got much better, honestly. But let me see, at a 91 overall, did we build the highest overall team in the league? I feel like we'll be tied with the Chiefs. That's my guess. We might be better. Okay, we are tied with the Chiefs. They have a 95 overall offense. The Cowboys are a 90, so we are tied as the highest overall team in the league. But by the end of the year, we'll see. We could pass them. But all right. Oh, I guess I went over the roster at the beginning of the preseason rather than after I already, released some players, but whatever. That's fine. Let's get to the midseason point and we will see. No, let's just get straight to the end of the year and we will see how we do in the final season. We better be good. But all right, in the final season, we finish 16-1. Who was our one loss? That sucks. Well, I mean, I'm very glad we were good. I wasn't sure if we were going to be good at all. The Chiefs were also 16-1. Who was our one loss? It was probably someone stupid. It was the Commanders. Are they good here? They're 9-8. I mean, they were in the playoffs, but they wouldn't have been if they didn't upset us. So not a great loss, but at least it's a playoff team. But for season stats, looks like the offensive playbook change was pretty good. Luke Perkins, 4,600 yards, 52 touchdown passes, only 8 picks, 78 completion percentage. That's a number 2 for MVP if I've ever seen it. Actually, maybe not even number 2, maybe top 5. We'll see. But 1,000 yards for Jonathan Taylor, 4.6 per carry. We'll take it. Almost 1,900 yards and 31 receiving touchdowns for Ladd McConkey. All right, sure. 969 yards for Reed. Nice. But the blocking was okay. I benched O'Neal for Hawkins at right tackle, and that really worked out somehow. Maybe I should bench Hudson too. I don't know who I would bench him for though. But Allen led the team with 99 tackles. TFL's 19 for Hutchinson. Sacks 22 for Aiden Hutchinson led the team. 17 for Elijah Richardson. I mean, what a duo that is. 39 sacks just between the two. 10 for Hamilton, 7 for Buckner, and interceptions 4 for Renardo Green. That was a good signing. And 3 for McKinney. Our 2 pick leaders we just signed out of free agency. And then 2 interceptions for Allen, Ward, Wilson, and Hamilton, and then 1 for Young. Sounds good. I called it. Number 2 for MVP. Did anyone win MVP other than Patrick Mahomes? He's not even the highest rated QB anymore in my custom rosters. He's like tied for 2nd, I think. I think Lamar's my highest rated QB. But Luke Perkins at number 2. But hey, Ladd McConkey wins Offensive Player of the Year. That's cool. Luke Perkins at 4. Aiden Hutchinson takes Defensive Player of the Year. We almost swept the big 3 awards. That sucks. I mean, it's cool, but that would have been awesome if we did. I don't even know the last time that has happened. It's so hard to win MVP with how the quarterbacks in this game do. Honestly, I don't even know the last time I've had a player win MVP in franchise. It might have happened recently, but before then, it's been a long time. But Richardson at 3, that's cool. Offensive Rookie of the Year, we didn't have anyone, I don't think. I mean, we drafted a lineman, and Defensive Rookie of the Year, also nobody up here. Makes sense. But of course, we got a first round bye. I don't know if I've ever gone undefeated in franchise. I mean, maybe it's happened before, but it's been forever, which I guess that's fine. That's realistic. I mean, no team has ever gone 17-0 in the regular season. But I do want to check. Are we the highest overall team? We really didn't develop as much as I thought we would. We did go up to a 93, but I thought we could be even like a 95 if we did well enough. And we did do well enough. We did do even better than I hoped, but we didn't develop as much. But we are the highest overall team. The Chiefs are 92. The Cowboys somehow went down in overall throughout the year. They must have been bad. I don't know. But yeah, we have the highest overall team in the league now. We'll take it. The Bengals are also up there. Interesting. But all right, let's see who we are going to be taking on in the divisional. It is going to be our division rival, the Green Bay Packers, the one division rival we haven't played in the playoffs yet. Our division was pretty good this year. Nobody was horrible. I mean, 2 teams had losing records, but they were 8-9. That isn't awful. And 2 playoff teams with one being 16-1. But all right, let's see if we can take down the Packers in the divisional, and can we finally get that Super Bowl win? Even if we don't, I mean, I've done what I can. This is the highest overall team in the league. I guess tied for the best record, but let's see what happens. We do beat the Packers, thankfully, 38-17, and now we're going to be facing the 49ers. A lot of the time, they're not great in simulation, and I guess they weren't great here in the regular season. They're only 10-7, but I guess we do see them in the playoffs sometimes. They're really not that great of a team here, though. Only an 87 at this point. I'm surprised they're here, but sure. Who's their QB? Do they still have Brock Purdy? They do. All right, sure. Not gonna comment on that. But all right, can we move on to our 3rd Super Bowl in a row and beat the 49ers? We can. 31-24, we'll take it. It's weird it doesn't show the score of that game in the little, like, below the schedule part at the top. It just shows it on the right. It did for the divisional. It doesn't for the conference championship. I don't know why, but whatever. But who are we gonna be facing in our final game of this rebuild and hopefully beating? Of course, it's gonna be the 16-1, 92 overall Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, hey, best Madden simulation season I've ever seen. The 2 best teams in the league have the 2 best records and face off in the Super Bowl. I don't know that I've ever seen this. Oh yeah, no spoilers, but if you haven't seen the Giants rebuild I just did with Cam Ward, that was a lot of fun. And again, no spoilers, but it ended pretty well. I guess there's no way for me to say this without spoiling it, but can we go back-to-back rebuilds winning a Super Bowl in the final year? We'll find out. Let me get the whole +1 pass blocking for 1 lineman, because that's such a great reward for making the Super Bowl. Yippee. I've said yippee twice today. I don't know. I have something wrong with me. But all right, for the 3rd year in a row, let's jump in here, and can we finally win a Super Bowl? Please. But all right, in Super Bowl 62 or 3 or 4, I don't know what year it is anymore, man. Let's jump to the end of this, and can we finally take one? We do score first against the Chiefs. They're driving and they only kick a field goal. Thankfully, we do get a touchdown to make it 14 to now 10. They do score, but our offense is kind of slowing down. Thankfully, our defense is holding up, but we do finally score again. The Chiefs score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, though. But that doesn't matter. Our defense was damn near perfect in that game, only allowed 18 points. As finally, in the Super Bowl, we have taken this team from a 0 overall, with no first-round picks spent, to the highest overall team in the league and Super Bowl champions. You'll love to see it.